came from way over that direction. Over in here. And I came down this ridge. And I'm going down through here. Nothing too fantastico. Nothing too fantastico. This particular area is kind of interesting right now, time of year, but there's still a little bit of snow on the ground here. Which is about like where it is at my place. I'm like a mile away from my house, walking. Heidi ho, Heidi ho. I don't want to walk through there. There's snow. You step in a pile of snow. I got tennis shoes on. This canyon right here and all that where we were walking is for sale. So I was just coming out here to look at it. It's not far from my property, but I don't know. I didn't do that. Wow, you know that thing? It's just, yeah, that's alright. That's alright. We got more of those on our property already. Better than that one. But I saw this ditch and I thought maybe there was like a creek or something, but anyway, I gotta get out of here before it starts to thaw out. I might get stuck because I parked up there or over the hill. Oh, here's one of those fields like we got over at my place with all the yellow flowers, which are not yellow now because it's winter. I'm sure it's very pretty when all this grass is green. Nice little canyon. But I like the red rocks or the white ones sometimes. But these beige ones look like dirt color. I'm not as fond of that color. There's 3 different colors. Most of them are white or red. Pale or reddish. Well, I'm going to do a video for you if I finish it today. I hope I might get it up today. We're going to get into some stuff. At this point, I'm sure a lot of you are like, okay, whatever. Let's hear the truth. I mean, we've been fooled this long, and oh, friends, there's something holding us bound as a human being that is connected with what we talk about all the time, the law, which is what keeps people from reaching their potential. Pain, guilt. Pain is a big one. That can, punishment, wrath. That can keep you in some kind of fear. So, what is shame? We've made it out to be a word that we feel inside. We say, oh, I feel guilty. But you know, guilt's not a feeling. It's a judgment. You're guilty. And it means that you've been sentenced. You feel others are judging you and sentencing you. It's not a good feeling. And it keeps us in one of two different states. Most of the world, it keeps them into perilous depression, a lack of living, a lack of life, death, emotional death. And we go along, and one day we die. We go to the gallows. There's a few people, though, that go crazy because of it. They were persecuted or abused or something in an excess way, this guilt. They were the scapegoat. Everybody hated them, said it was their fault. And they began to believe it. They began to think their mothers and fathers and brothers, and so everybody believed it. That's kind of neat. Everybody believed it. And so they'll either sometimes commit suicide or they'll go completely crazy and start killing people. You know, start going crazy and pillaging and raping. Wanting justice and vengeance. Well, that's what Yahweh did. It's kind of neat though. I like this big meadow here. We'd own a whole meadow up and around that hill, all the way up to the top, and all these rocks and ridges in this whole valley. Pretty interesting. So that's the big deal. But there's something intertwined with this guilt, this law that's holding us down. And it has to do with law. So much so that they're interchangeable. One constitutes the beginning of the other. Shame. It has to do with covering. And Yahweh wanted you to cover yourself. And you thought he wanted you to be protected. Truth is, you're already immortal. You can't die. You don't need that. So what he did was he put an animal skin over you. Right? Made you carnal. And then you realize you were naked. Oh, wait a minute. You just got covered. No, you're naked because you don't have the immortality anymore. You need that immortal robe. How did the immortal robe get taken? Through deception. Through the lie. Through the curse. And how? And what does covering mean? Cover your shame. Cover your genitals. That's nasty. That's evil. You're such a bad person. Do you know how many people? Oh, this is what we're going to do a whole video on. Maybe tomorrow now, because I've already started on it now. I'll give you the real details in living color. What the real temple of Aphrodite was. And Artemis. And what it meant when Jesus said, oh, God, I'm tired. When they asked him about divorce, and he said, well, for the kingdom, some of them become eunuchs. Do you know what a eunuch is? We're talking about Greek words here. We're going by the Greek, because this is all written in Greek. Zeus and Zoe and Aphrodite. You know, all these people we've been talking about is in there. And for Greeks and for basically every country on the face of the earth, the word eunuch meant somebody who was in charge of the harem. What was the harem? It was a bunch of women. They trained at the gymnasium. You know what that is? The gymnasium is where you do the gymnasties. They parade around nude, naked. and they have communal baths and fermented and perfumed oils they rub on you by the virgins. Gymnasium is a building, a temple where you visited the holy virgins. And I won't say any more today. And the eunuch was one who served there, where there was no marital contracts. And they devoted they had vows of poverty, some of them had vows of celibacy and so forth. But what that meant was they became a eunuch. And we'll talk more about that tomorrow. But the word gymnasium just means naked. Gymnastics means parading your naked body around so men could come in, and only men could watch in the gymnasium while the girls did the high bar and the stretch. And then after that, they got rubbed down with oil, and can't go into any further, but we'll talk about that tomorrow, guys. This is beautiful. One corner of the property here. Nice. Hey, Buster boy. Hello, big boy. Hello, widow. Are you happy? Oh, oh buddy. Whew. So weird, because you know, in the summer we were taking the sunsets over here. Now it's way over here setting. That one dog, Buffy, he's about as big as his mom and dad now. He's like 4 months old. Yeah. Happy, you're so silly. And the little one getting a lot thicker hair than I thought he would have. And there's old Barry. This blueberry. Oh, beautiful, beautiful day. It's so beautiful. I have a lot of things to tell you guys. I'll do a video here probably tomorrow. Oh, look at that, guys. Woo! Holy moly woly. Just going up here to load another video. And this is what I see. Whoa. So beautiful. Yeah. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Fire in the sky and lightning in the